what's up? Good day, World Rugby Champions coming to you live.
Hey!
A good afternoon, world champions speaking.
Hello!
That's how I answer my phone. That's how I answer my phone if the debt collectors call. Rugby World Champions, hi. No, I don't.
But you're not part of the team. Which
I'm
position
part
are
of the
you?
country.
team.
I'm
Are
part
you?
of the country.
For real, for real?
Yes.
Didn't you know that racism is over?
Shots fired. Screw crew. Welcome to it. It's a Monday edition of your favorite youth show in the motherland. This is Ekse Live. Thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. My name is Lama Moon, and you, the greatest viewer of all time, because you chose the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening
Yes.
in the motherland.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna finish that, okay?
Well, I don't finish your sentences anymore, you know.
You only finish your sandwiches.
Yeah, you unowned me right here, right now. But yes, man, welcome to it. Thank you so much, like he said, for choosing us as your source of entertainment. And we're going to serve you the best, most delicious dish of entertainment right here. It's a Monday, but we are going to kick away this Monday blues with amazing things for you. Rizal Forbes in the building, Lama Moon, and Kim Blanche. Hey!
Of course, the hashtag today is hashtag Monday Motivation. So we are motivating you in all ways, shapes and forms. We have a very exciting lineup for you. Bongo Maffin is coming
Hey!
through. They are pioneers in Afro-pop. They have been leading, really carrying South African music on their back.
Yeah.
And then we also have a young 17-year-old.
Yes, and he is a rapper. He goes by the name of Kido Nusi, and he's here to shine his light, make it brighter, things like that, and also tell us more about his career and his life story when it comes to rap. So I can't wait for that.
Speaking of award-winning personals, we've got Uperi, who has won a prestigious award in New York for world photography. I cannot wait to sit down on the yellow couches talking to him about Indlela Tatangazo photography. He started taking those photos in the post-apartheid era, and then he took it all the way to America. Hence, he is established photographer, and he has his exhibition this week on Thursday.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Congratulations to him.
Absolutely. Get in touch with us on all of our social media pages. On Facebook, we're Ekse on Cape Town TV. On Twitter, we're at Ekse_live. Natuurlijk, it was a lekker YouTube, let's say, up and running. So make sure you click subscribe and you can catch all of that. We have training news for you right after this.
This is the part where we tell you what's happening in and around the world, particularly up in South Africa, because we are the latest nation in the world. Once more, congratulations, Bokke.
Absolutely, and sticking to that note, on the Springboks winning, everyone was excited, everyone was happy. Cars were hooting in the main road, it sounded like a funeral, because I'm like, who's dying? But then I realized it's not that. Something
Maybe
happened.
England died.
But you know what I'm saying? God didn't save the Queen this time. But what I can tell you is that a lot of things happened, especially on Twitter. Now, as the world celebrated the Springboks Rugby World Cup in Japan, Saturday commented about tribalism quickly dominated Twitter, and Springbok captain Siya Kolisi, as well as winger Mapimpi or Xhosa, and a fact that was used by some tweets to pronounce the tribe superior to others. Now, an open letter from the Xhosa people to the nation was widely shared on social media. In part, the letter reads, "We are the Xhosa people. We would like to state that we are tired of carrying this country on our backs years by years. We work tirelessly for this country while the rest of the nation relaxes. We'd also like to state that this World Cup is the last thing Xhosa people are doing for this country." Meanwhile, musician and poet Ntiki Mazwai stated on Twitter, and she actually posted a video that stormed, in which she claimed that SA rugby team did not represent her or the true demographics of this country. And another person wrote on there, "Congratulations, Siya Kolisi. The rest must go get congratulations from Prince Harry."
For people who reside that do not believe that Nsiki said these things, are we able to play her clip?
Are we though?
Are we? Yes? No?
No.
Can you play it? Maybe after an ad break, we're going to play that clip from Nsiki Mazwai, and maybe you can carry on with your rest of the trending news, not now. First Nsiki, and then your trending news.
Later.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ekse_live on Twitter, on Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Call us 021-448-0448. It's a Monday, like Riza has mentioned. We're kicking those Monday blues away like Mr. Miyagi.
Yay!
Keep it locked right here on the biggest youth channel in the motherland, channel 263 on your DSTV. Cape Town, welcome to it. This is Ekse Live.
Boom, just like that.
Welcome back to the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening youth show in the motherland. As we always tell you, I hacked it 9 million times than any other youth show.
Yes.
In here, everybody, you can follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live, on Facebook, it's Ekse, on Cape Town TV. Everything that we promised you on top of the hour is hip and happening. So make sure that you do not go too far. Rizal, we spread a lot of things about Springboks winning. Not everybody is happy. One person in particular is the beautiful Nziki Mazwai, and this is the message she's giving the country. Check it out.
I cannot play along with you. I will not be a fool and pretend that the team that is representing South Africa represents me and represents the demographic in my country. I will not play along with you and lie to the world and pretend as if rugby is not a stronghold of racism in this country. I will not play along with you and pretend as if black people are not deliberately excluded from the sport in this country. I will not play along with you and pretend as if I don't know black boys who have been excluded from the selection processes by the processes being far away from them, and little tricks that Afrikaans men have played to keep black boys out of the sport. I will not play along with you and act a fool and act like I don't know that kwaXhosa rugby is a huge rugby culture. And if that is, then there should be more Xhosa men on the team. I will not play along with you and pretend as if a squad with 31 men, only 7 black people representing a black country is something that I must stand and put my name to and respect. If you want my voice as a South African, you will give me a team that reflects me and reflects where I am. I will not stand by and be a fool with you and go back to the apartheid era and applaud white men as they exclude black men from the sport. I will not be a fool and play along with you.
That was obviously what I was speaking about during those trending news minutes, and that's a video that she actually put on Twitter, and people were commenting on there, sharing their views on there as well. What do you think personally about that?
I think each to his own, you know, we sometimes celebrate things because we are genuinely happy. And then abanye bantu see the other side of things, like how can we celebrate when there's really nothing to celebrate? And you have to have reasons why you're saying there's nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
And she stated those reasons. So each to its own. I'm still happy they represented South Africa, and I wanted that cup to come through, and it did.
Yeah.
And then she's angry. Well, she stated why. Whether we agree or we do not.
Kim, are you happy that the trophy's coming home? Because I feel like most of us are answering our phones. Rugby World Cup champions, good day.
You know,
she's not. We know that she's not.
I am happy, but my whole perspective on this is, in South Africa, we have this culture of sweeping things under the rug.
Yes.
Since apartheid, since 2 jaar gelede het dit gebeur.
Yeah.
And I think now is just another point of access where we're doing that again. But I'm still happy, obviously, that we won.
Of
Yeah.
course.
But it's still that thing of, there's still unsettlement in my heart. I'm
Yeah.
still like, we acting like we're a rainbow nation, but
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So, but that's a conversation for another day, because
Yes.
it's obviously hashtag Monday motivation.
Yeah, but if you want to keep that conversation rolling, we are at Ekse_live on Twitter, on Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. One thing that we're not going to sweep under the rug is that we've got award-winning band. Bongo Maffin is in the building, 6 albums under their belt, a summer and a Kora All Africa Award under their belt. Deservingly so. Some of us grew up singing along their songs while you were not born, my friend. I'm sorry. Zonkelela why. I can proudly lip sync to any Bongo Maffin song you throw it. I know the lyrics to all of them. Now I want to test you guys. Do you know all of the Bongo Maffin songs? I'm gonna read you lyrics and you're gonna tell me from which song it comes from.
And this is a nice test to see.
Speedy, it goes to you. Ayikho into egqitha ikhaya. Xa uxakekile unentlungu zakho, akukho ndawo efana nekhaya lakho. What song is that? Yeah, microphone. We had the same problem with you. Ungakwazi usebenzisa microphone ngenye episode. Okay. I'm gonna no, you sing those lyrics. So. Okay. Ayo, yo, you never know what's across the bridge until you cross it. You never know what's up on the mountain, the bridge until you reach it. Now, single lady, come across. What song is that?
No, surely you should be allowed to answer.
Yeah, Posisa? No, it's not.
No.
Tell him the correct answer.
No, I mean, you don't want me to answer.
No, I would say you should answer.
There you go. Okay, Red, this goes to you, King Ta. Now, as the band marches on and the song keeps playing on, I hope you're singing my song long after I'm gone, cause you know that's my tapestry.
Who's quite okay? That's King Ta.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is Final Battle.
Yes, there you go. And then Jasid, Kaitsedi ngwaye kutsilo ke mafela robala robola buroko fura le mutlale. Yeah. Oh my God. In 5.
Now leave him.
4, 3, 2, 1. The way kungakhona. Congratulations for playing along and proving yourselves heroes and sometimes a fool. Wow. Yeah. First question goes to
Rizal, and I want to know, you guys have been quiet for some time. What have you guys been up to? Because now you're back on screens, and hopefully coming back with a bang as well. But let's talk about the silence. What was happening? Where were you guys on? Mauritius, somewhere chilling?
Silence. Well, I was definitely not silent. I was building my kingdom, as you know. Thank you very much.
And I thank you.
I've been on radio for the past 17 years. And am I allowed to mention radio stations?
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Do it. Do it.
I've been on YFM for almost about 17 years. I'm now doing also like some mixtapes for Radio 2000. I've been like running a reggae night in Johannesburg for the past 23 years. So there's so much things happening there.
Yeah.
You know?
Stone, please don't tell us about Soul Buddies.
No, it's just another drop in many things that I do. You know, I'm a jack of many trades, and always trying to master each at a go. You know, so I've done a lot of TV in my life. I've done radio as well. I worked for Power FM. I worked for Motsweding FM. I've become a DJ in the last 5 years, a club DJ. I've been doing philanthropic work. I cycled on my 40th birthday. I cycled from Joburg to Mafikeng, like a 350-kilometer route, motivating and uplifting communities in my province. So there's just so much to do with life, man, because you can increase your value within every minute that you live.
Yes.
Of course. Speedy,
We've
speed
been,
us up.
we've been working. Me and him did a project together. We had a couple of nominations, and we won a feather award. For cutest couple. And we had a couple of summer nominations. I had some solo stuff. I did some big features with Professor and Uhuru. So you know, and I did Generations. I did Backstage. I did a whole bunch of stuff.
Yes, and that is, guys, kids, listen, that is how you get people to talk and tell you what they've been up to. So the next time you want to find out what they're doing, just go to the Rugby World Champions. I saw you've been quiet in the World Cup. What's happening? Oh no, we definitely won the cup. We were playing for the past 17. Lesson learned, guys.
Very clever question. Well phrased.
Because earlier on this year, to my excitement, you dropped the album that we've been anticipating, and it's Harare. I'm within Iveki Zimbalwa 24 5,000 Ks and more. Abantu, they viewed it. It's such a beautiful song. How is riding that wave, Abantu, that are shoving at Bongo Maffin? You've been gone for quite some time, and you're back, and this is how we're welcoming you as a nation.
It's all love, man. I think, for us, that's really the fuel and the wind beneath our wings. And, it's where you have to recognize that an eagle is not so great if it doesn't have its environment, which is the wind. An eagle will never fly in a vacuum. And so for me, it's just a confirmation of the love that we know we've always had.
Yes.
When over the years, when you hear Tatis Gupu coming in and you've attended a party, then everybody at the wedding goes.
Yo, what's the magic about staying true to who you are? Because as new bands, they come in and this is not working out.
Yeah.
Let's try gospel. Kanye, gospel is not working out. It's happening.
Yeah.
But Bongo Maffin, since it came out, you stuck to what you know and do so well.
I don't think there's anything wrong with changing genres. In the past 25 years, I've made Kwaito, Afro pop, Afro soul, I've made jazz, I've made punk music, I've played with hip hop. You know what I mean? So you can do whatever it is that you're interested in. You can change, you can have fun. Your voice is not something that's stuck to one genre.
Yes.
Or if you have a guitar, it's not only gonna play, umpaqanga or something. You can play rock on that guitar, you can do whatever it is. And I think the thing that has kept us interesting, I think, is that we've got four very first of all, and we've got four very different voices in the group. And when you put that together, it just does something that no other group in the world has. You know what I mean? So it's not like the one, it's just a really interesting mix.
And I think the true question really is on that, with you saying that we see groups come and go, people always separating, things like that. But what is it that keeps you guys together? Because I'm sure you're doing your own thing now and then, but you're still in contact. And here we have you today still together. So what kept that bond, and keeping the group together, that gel? What's that
with
recipe?
me and Thandiso as a child.
Oh my God.
Anybody wants to take that?
That actually
Okay.
ruins the bond, actually.
That went south very quickly.
Yeah, I was like,
And I think with Speedy and Tar, Speedy is still proposing to Tar.
And also with Jasid, he's also used to have a crush on me. So I think that's what's keeping this group together is that all the boys had a crush on me.
so you keeping the group together?
It's a hope. They're hoping one day they can get some attention from the king.
Oh my word!
Because I think Tanisko was like my wife in the previous life.
Yes.
And then when she in the
you
real
crazy?
life now, she's Stone's wife. In the
Oh.
future,
I'm definitely not Stone's wife.
Oh my word!
Just to be clear, I have my own wife, and I don't want her thinking that.
Oh,
that
man.
No, very good question.
Stone has his own wife. I've got my own wife. It's fine, guys.
I know, very good. I think more importantly, is the music. The music.
Yeah.
I think we really genuinely love music.
Yeah.
Whether it is making it or listening to it.
Yeah.
Well,
I was DJing from about grade 6.
Yes.
See, the pretty lady's talking. Don't interrupt.
no.
What?
Speaking of
Whoa.
So
You see,
Jasid is Abby, so
Speedy
Jasid
is
can't speak
setting
because-
himself up. Speedy, you've been watching her since we did. You've been speaking about her since we're outside.
Sithi masitshintshisela izitulo makahlala apha umntana abantu.
Come.
I was
I'm a
just
city,
saying, speaking
yes,
about
please.
music, we're gonna take a quick break.
everybody
We're gonna
calm
play
down.
your music, and then we're gonna come back.
We need
to
that.
chat to you again.
Yeah.
We need
So
that.
we're gonna come back. We're gonna take a quick break, play Bongo Maffin, and come back.
Yes.
This one is titled Harare.
Harare.
Yes,
Yes.
do enjoy.
Wow.
A city that never sleeps, Ipa is Zimbabwe, and how beautifully shot that music video is. All colorful, all African colors are showing off there. And I love Stone Kaibiza, zonke ezinye cities angasilibali. Ukubane, nathi sa exista because Speedy, yes. Yeah. Uriza Speedy was asking what kept you guys together, and I'm an advocate for fans and supporters of Bongo Maffin. I think that we are the people who kept this band together, whether
sure.
they want to admit that or not.
Whether you want to admit it or not.
Sure. There's some comments Besibuzile, but What are your views? Bati Uclaris Uti, my best song for 2019. Harare. Then Upesh Uti, I just love the fact that they didn't feel the need to change their style, trying to attract new age. Tino, we are Hararians. Zim Arise. So I'm guessing this is from Zimbabwe. Brilliant song and video. Paul said the sweet voice of Thandi Swa. Phenomenal. Love it. Unique, artistic, powerful. Get it, girl. And then Utumiso said, Stone is a legend. I mean, honestly, he is consistent. And Banya Bona Apa, there's a whole lot more, but we cannot go through all of them. Something. I think if anybody wanted to say anything, they would say, Speedy, welcome back. Okay, sure. And genuinely, you guys are amazing. You're a force to be reckoned with. Thank you very much for keeping in touch and deciding that, you know what, through the ups and downs, whatever we were going through,
You found it.
we are
You
going
found
to
it.
come together and give the people what they deserve.
Can you read his comment, please?
Sure. Not to advocate.
I like this one.
Okay.
Read it.
It gets deep into my soul. Thandi Swa, you're sexy
But that's the one you
queen.
like?
Oh, well,
Sure.
I saw them watching the video, and I saw you guys discussing, laughing about certain shots and things like that. How much fun did you actually have shooting the video? Because there was many colors in there. You guys are having fun. How much fun did you guys really have?
Now that we're looking back, you know, it's like, wow, we went through the airport and we were doing all kind of things, you know, just to get to this visual.
Yeah.
You know, it was a process. It wasn't like it was shot today, tomorrow it's out. I think
Yeah.
it took about 6 months.
We shot two. We had a Joburg shoot and a Harare shoot.
Another shoot, yeah.
So we went through to Harare for that authentic, I think, feel.
There's even, I think, some more
Rainbow Tower.
footage. I mean, but now whatever we have shot now is really satisfying to our eyes now. Now that it's settling into our eyes,
Yeah.
more and more it's getting better
Yeah.
and better.
Are you guys really touring?
We are, yeah, it's
Yeah, we're doing
December.
shows. We're doing shows. We've
We're
got
doing
a whole
shows,
bunch of
yeah.
shows. Next week we'll be in the Val.
Yeah.
We there's Lesotho.
Up until January. So are we Christmas for me?
No,
There's no Christmas. for us.
Christmas here too is about January.
collect the money.
Because then we don't work for 3 months in the beginning of the year. January, February, March, April, May.
Yeah.
Basically, we work when you guys have money, and when you don't have money, we don't
Oh
have
my
money.
word! So you're having a late Christmas then?
Yeah, it's like during Christmas, you guys have money.
Yeah.
You're
You
spending
collect
it on us.
our
we collect.
money.
In January, when you guys go broke, we're like,
Yeah.
Just it.
When
What's
are
the
these
best
guys
part
gonna
of
get
being
money?
part of this amazing band?
Being part of this amazing band, man, is like the experience and where life is really opening up more avenues and like within the soul journey, you know? Because you start as a young man, now you're getting older. I think what Bongo Maffin is allowing me to do is to take more risk now, you know, with my life, you know?
Yeah.
were you 23 years ago?
I was 23 years ago. You know? So,
Quick facts.
Never say grow.
and I mean, like, you know, I was invited. I didn't come through Limpopo, through the crocodiles. You know? I was invited by Oskida. I was even hesitating because I think 23 years ago, I think the Zimbabwean currency was slightly stronger than the rand.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like South Africa. No, my money will be like less. Like you know, but 23 years later.
South Africans have forgotten that.
No, but 23
I
years
can
later.
go.
23 years later, I feel like, you know, there's more that I can see, you know, within both. I think by next year, I'll have spent more time in South Africa than I have spent in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Wow.
King Ta, through your music, sifunda into ezininzi. Ngaphandle komculo enisinika wona as a nation, what else can we learn from Bongo Maffin?
I think the most obvious thing is African unity. There's somebody who speaks Shona, somebody who speaks Xhosa, somebody who speaks Tswana. Well, Speedy, Kimotswana, but he speaks.
No, but
He's from Soweto.
you
He's
see,
from
who-
Soweto.
who-
So
who-
you
who
know,
are
when you're from
speaking-
Soweto, you speak all the languages.
You know why Zimbabwe is a special case? Out of all the African countries,
Yes.
Zimbabwe's got all the tribes in Southern Africa. than like in South Africa, you've got Amaxhosa, that side, Amazulu, whatever.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe's got all those tribes in one area. It is a special case. It's not an easy nut to crack. You know, if there's one country that Southern African countries need to look after, is your holy grail.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
Zimbabwe.
Speedy, for Abantu that catch up very late, who hasn't caught on yet, why should they go and grab the Bongo Maffin, their latest offering? Why should they come to the concert?
We have 17 songs. We respect them that much. Pre-order on iTunes. We have we have 17 songs.
And they've got 17 songs.
They were 23. Now they're down to 17. Yeah, boy. Yeah, we'll probably hear the other ones later on as singles, but we have 17 songs.
But then
right
why
now.
the cut?
Well, you know, when you're working, some of them are not that good. You can't
Like,
put everything in there. You have to take the best ones.
Yeah.
You know.
17 made it. 17 children we have.
Yeah. Stone, where to from here?
Like Stone.
Oh, that happened.
In my virtual children. All right. Okay, well, I
Leave it alone,
digress.
leave it alone, leave it
No,
alone.
what is the
Let
question?
it go.
Work with it.
What does
Work
the
with it.
future hold? I think for us it's just straight up progression. I think if you don't, we didn't set out to look at 24 years in the business. We set out to win each battle that we were in. So if you can just set out to have small victories and collect them into a week of victories, into a month, into a year, you have a lifetime of victories. So
Yeah.
we're just going forward like that.
How are you celebrating that milestone, you guys? It's 2 decades and 4. It's 24 years.
Are we celebrating it? I think the most important thing, more than anything else, is family. You know, if your father had 5 cows, just try to make them 7.
Yeah.
You know, and then you will have at least set a bar bigger than that. So I think most people, they struggle in life because they're trying to satisfy everything that is going on around their life. Your friend tells you, we've got a car at home, you want to buy 2 cars. Sometimes just be successful enough to surpass those who set the table for you.
Yeah.
You know, most people, they push themselves too much. Then they end up like, you know, maybe overdoing it, you know, burning out.
Hashtag Monday motivation.
Yes.
That's
Wow,
what I'm
like that.
telling you.
You see now.
Respect.
Ukim, ikhona lento ubuthe ufuna uyibuza and then I said, go ahead.
Huh?
Yeah, you're doing that.
I'm like, I
You
didn't think
said,
that.
Lama, can I ask this? And I was like, don't be shy.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't hear you. I asked you if I can ask them.
Yeah, and I said, go ahead, don't be shy, ask
Oh,
it.
I wanted to ask. Obviously, you guys have toured in the USA, and you've obviously toured around Africa. What's the difference? How do you describe those 2 experiences if you put them up together? Not necessarily comparison, but how do you describe those 2 experiences and how is it different? And what do you think it is that got you there?
I think the only difference is visual. Like, when you see people in a crowd, it could be anywhere in the world. You know what I mean? It's just the visuals of whether you're seeing the Empire State Building or you're seeing that massive sculpture in Dakar, you know what I mean? But really, once people are there, people are people, and music does the same thing to people everywhere around the world. And in terms of what's getting us there around the world, I think it's being authentic. It's doing what's authentically yours and doing something that you know that nobody can emulate. Do you remember when Lauryn Hill said, I can do what you do easy? No, you can't.
Man, we bow down to that.
You have to basically make
We
sure
bow
that
down
As
to
for
that.
me,
I
believe-
just think we bow down to an ad break right
one
now.
more thing about whatever experience.
Ad break.
For real. Can I go on?
Yeah, ad break. To be part of this exciting show, you can email Ekse at capetowntv.org and you can come through and share a highlight of the things that you do. Let it be business, sports. Are you an artist, philanthropist, and stuff like that? This is the People's Channel, and we're opening doors for you. You can call us on 021 448 0448. Of course, follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Welcome back from that quick ad break. It's a Monday afternoon. Thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. Joining me right now, Barry Salzman, all the way from Zimbabwe, Cape Town, New York. He's a global trotter. I'm jealous of this man. I want your life. When can I have it?
Immediately.
Oh,
Immediately,
wonderful.
Right this minute.
Yeah, you are a photographer, an award-winning photographer at that. When did your journey with the camera begin?
Gosh, I was a young teenager, and it started actually very much here in Cape Town. I figured out that the camera was a tool, a device for me to explore complex issues that I was grappling with and I didn't understand. And some of the first pictures I ever took had to do with trying to understand what was going on with apartheid in South Africa. So I was a kid and I would get on my bicycle and ride out to Crossroads. And some of the first pictures I ever took were there. And I think that kind of set the tone for how I think about my photographic work. And it really is a tool for me to grapple with complex political, socioeconomic, social issues. So I'd really started with apartheid as the driving force or the motivation to use the camera to see what was going on. And the most recent work I've been doing deals with genocide, and most recently the Rwandan genocide. So that's a nearly 30 or 35-year spectrum, but typically dealing with issues that have the common thread of complex social, economic, or political issues.
Yeah, a lot of things evolve with time. How has photography changed from then to now?
Photography generally, or my photography generally, well, the massive change, of course, was the transition from analog to digital photography. And I think that's had both advantages and disadvantages. In an analog world, you had to have craft expertise to be a photographer. You needed to know how to process film, you needed to know how to work in the darkroom. Digital has taken all those barriers away. So everybody with an iPhone today is a
Can take a picture,
Yeah, and some of them extraordinarily good. So that's, I think, shifted, and it's made photography a medium that is accessible to the masses. And in the past, I think, it was a much more sort of specialized area where you really needed technical competence in order to create important imagery.
How easy or difficult is the life of a photographer?
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, and I think it's become more so only because so many more people think they can do it because of the innovation with digital. And in fact, a lot more people can do it. So I think that the big challenge in the life of a photographer is earning an income, is generating real work. I don't work anymore on commercial jobs. I don't do advertising. I don't do editorial work. I work exclusively on a fine art practice where my work will go into a gallery or a museum, or I'm working on the longer term idea of a book that deals with the landscapes of genocide.
What are these awards that you are afforded mean to you?
You know, the main award was this International Photographer of the Year last year in a category called Deeper Perspective. And that was incredibly important to me because it helped shine a light on the issues about the Rwandan genocide.
Sure.
So in that particular project, I had been at in Rwanda at the time where new mass graves were discovered. And that was last year. So it was 24 years after the genocide, and they were still discovering mass graves. And I was there as they discovered it. So I went to the site of excavation, and it was an incredibly emotional experience because they were digging these pits in the ground and bringing out kids' clothing, damp with mud and skulls and bones. And they were piling up all these things on the side of the excavation site. And it was so overwhelmingly emotional, but I was really there shooting landscape. So we carried on to the landscape locations. And for days I was so bothered by the fact that these people had died this incredibly dehumanizing death. And then their clothes were being excavated and just piled up in and it felt like they were being dehumanized again. So I got permission to go back to the site, and I did a series of photographs where I separated each item of clothing, and I shot them as though I was taking a portrait of the person in a way to try and give the victims a sense of, rehumanizing them, even though they've since, passed away. And it was that project that won the international award. And so for me, that was particularly meaningful because it helped me shed a light on a topic which I think a lot of people don't want to think about, don't want to remember. It's completely apparent that as a civilized society, we haven't learnt the lessons about genocide. After World War II and the Holocaust, the whole world said never again, never again. And we've done it 12 times since World War II.
Now I understand why you're saying your job is difficult. How do you then psych yourself? How do you remove yourself? I think it's quite impossible emotionally. How do you detach yourself? Because you need to do a job and that's what you're there to do. Now, how do you psych yourself for situations like those?
I don't think you need to detach yourself. I think I can only make the work I do because it is art, so it's very subjective and it's very emotional. I can only make it if I feel emotionally invested. It's not like I'm a photojournalist or I'm shooting documentary.
Yes.
I'm actually shooting very subjective work where I'm trying to say something with the work and I'm trying to communicate through the work what I'm feeling in the situation. So in my particular case, the more I'm emotionally invested, the stronger the work is.
Okay, let's talk about the images that we're seeing right now. Are they part of the exhibition?
Yeah, so I have an exhibition opening this week in Cape Town, and the title of the exhibition is The Other Side of Christmas. And it deals with my experience in America as a naturalized citizen. So I emigrated to America. I wasn't born there, as you can hear. And so this was a trip I took through the southern part of the United States, looking at what America really meant. Because every time I said to someone I was American, they laughed at me. I didn't fit with their sense of what an American was or what Americans sounded like. And so this is a body of work through the southern part of the United States, and I started shooting it around the time of the American 2014 midterm elections. And so a lot of what you're capturing, seeing in these images, I think is the sort of dissatisfaction that was starting to swell up in the United States, which ultimately resulted in a Trump election. And I finished shooting the project right at Christmas time of that same year, 2014. And the dissatisfaction or the disillusionment with the American dream felt even more compelling over the holidays. And so that's where the title comes from. Some of the images are quite literal to the Christmas iconography, but most of it is just metaphoric. It's sort of the looking at these issues from the other way around. And I talk about the work, and I say it really is a critique on the American dream, or a commentary on how the American dream has really become an inaccurate and nostalgic concept.
Yes. We're trying to be bongo here. Bongo cupcakes. Hey.
Bongo pancakes.
Hey. Thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. We enjoy, and it's an absolute pleasure keeping you company for an entire hour. And we do this every day, Monday through Friday between 4 and 5. Otherwise, catch the repeats every weekday between 7 and 8 in the morning. Should you miss those and you've got a lot of data on your cell phone, or laptop Zin, or Wi-Fi, you can log on to YouTube/Ekse on Cape Town TV, and you can view any other episode or segment that you have missed.
And if you love the show and you'd love us to know that you love the show, all you have to do is to hop onto our social media. On Facebook, we are Ekse on Cape Town TV, and on Twitter, we are @Ekse_live. Give us a call, 021-4480-448. Even if you would love to come through and be right here, perform, or be interviewed right here at the Ekse headquarters, we'll be more than happy to receive you.
Yeah, that email to send your things to, it's ekse@capetowntv.org.
A very big shout out to all our guests for coming through. Bongo Maffin, you were amazing. We enjoyed your conversation to the fullest. We loved it. We enjoyed it completely. I'm sure. Riza, what did you think?
I learned a lot about them in a short space of time. because basically you ask them a question and you can see that they're having fun,
Yeah.
even though that they've been maybe living separate lives and things like that.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that when they do come together, you can see that the love is still there. They still laugh as friends, as best buddies,
Yeah.
and they joke around. And that shows that if you can do it on live TV, be yourself as a group,
Yeah.
then it shows that it's authentic and it will last forever.
Now, how's
Unlucky
that for
One
Monday
Direction.
motivation?
Yeah, and I also learned that Ntsiki Mazwa is not happy at all.
About the Rugby World Cup being won.
Oh, okay, yeah, about that.
Yeah.
You know what I learned?
What did you learn?
I learned that individualism. How do you say the word?
Individuality.
Individuality.
I think that's so important, and that's one thing that I think that we always need to sell as Africa.
Yeah.
We need to sell that you are an individual, and that's what you are, and what you can bring to the table is what you can bring to the table.
Absolutely. And we
Touching
learned a lot
on
of
when
things.
individuality, if you're that individual that wants to see yourself standing in front of these cameras
Yeah.
and linking to certain things like a music video, an ad break, or interviewing the likes of Bongo Maffin, you can
Yeah.
send us your clip with social media platforms that Oriza has given to you. Your clip should not be longer than 2 minutes, and who knows, you could be guest presenting with the best in the motherland. This is the biggest, the baddest,
Yes.
and the most.
And you know, I just want to actually touch on your saying that this is some of the best presenters in the motherland. And I know 3 years ago I actually started here
yeah.
with a lovely presenter by the name of
Kundla
Kundla Adams.
Adams!
And she has now won the presenter search that was happening in the country. So that shows that you are learning the best from the best.
Yes, and congratulations to Sazimanzi for winning the
Yes.
Young Bold Black TV and Radio Excellence award. So congratulations to you, Sazi. Keep on doing what you're doing. Show that people from your neighborhood they can come from certain situations, but they do not define your path. You create your own path, and who knows, you could be walking away with awards.
And I almost won that award, but I did not pay Vuyo enough money. But that is not the point. The point is that we want to support each other. We want to keep black excellence going. But most importantly, I think it's not about a black or white or orange. We are South Africa. We are one. And I think South Africa is an amazing land.
It's the most amazing
Do you know what I'm
guys.
saying?
Also, this is a mixing pot of cultures that is constantly changing and constantly evolving. And we need to be so proud of it. Like, so proud of it, because everybody's doing amazing things. And
Yes.
shout out to you guys for choosing us, because we're doing amazing things.
And shout out
because
to
of
you, Kim, for wearing this amazing top thingy. It really brings out your elbows. It's like gevaarlijk.
Nicole
I
van
don't
Nicker is going to be
Anyway,
amazing
moving
on the
on.
show tomorrow between 4 and 5. She's bringing some Afrikaans music.
Yeah.
And then Annalisa is going to be bringing that Afro meets house meets gqom music. So you want to stay tuned to the biggest channel in the motherland. This is Cape Town TV, the people's channel between 4 and 5. We'll be bringing you flames. Rwandile Zulu is going to be in the building. Vuyo Jobodo Darlings is going to be in the building. And of course, you too are going to be in the building. Kimberly, Cape Town, KwaZulu-Natal, Mobri, Clermont, Weinberg, thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. It was a beautiful show. Thank you for choosing it. This is how we sign out.
Yes, we signed up with the music video.
After this is Open Studio.